floodlights lighting up the track, the riders are trying to focus their minds, and in a few seconds, the Grand Prix of Qatar will get going here in Doha.
Hi guys, and welcome to this Valentino Rossi the game overview video. So we were lucky enough to get an early copy. We're going to be checking out the 5 main disciplines in the game, starting here with, of course, the Moto GP. So the game is running on the PlayStation 4 console, and of course, as this is a Moto GP game, the main focus of the game will be on the Moto GP action. So here we are in Qatar, riding the Yamaha R1M as Valentino Rossi himself. And the Moto GP section of the game features no less than 18 different tracks, and you will have a choice between 21 riders, and you can expect manufacturers such as Honda, Ducati, Yamaha, Aprilia and Suzuki all represented. So that was a very quick look at the Moto GP. We're going to move on to the next discipline now. So we've just had a quick sample of the Moto GP portion, and now here is the flat track as our riders get prepared for the off. So this is Valentino Rossi's very own Moto Ranch track. There is also the Misano flat track, and both tracks come with a number of different layouts, so there's plenty of different configurations to get your teeth into. So the flat track portion, very unusual sort of technique. You drifting your way around the turns, hanging out a leg for balance. And coming from MXGP2, this felt, I felt pretty at home with this as I sort of make my way through the pack. So there are some similarities between MXGP2, but also there are quite a few differences. I felt you only need to tap the brakes around the corners really to get it round. If you put the brakes on quite hard, your bike does slow down quite a lot. So it's just about tapping the brakes and getting around as quickly as possible. So nice scenery in the background, nice skies as well. Looks pretty decent. The track surface I feel was improved from MXGP2 as well, although we don't see any signs of track deformation just yet. So that was the quick look at the flat track action at the Moto Ranch. We're going to move on now to the next discipline. So here is an example of a rally special event. We are driving the Ford Fiesta rally car here at Monza. There are 2 tracks in total, Monza and Misano. And just like in the flat track events, both tracks come with a number of different layouts and configurations. So the rally special stage, very tight as you can see, very technical. They get out into another hairpin there, getting it round just about using the handbrake there. It's a surprising addition to what is essentially a Moto GP game, seeing the 4 wheels for a change. The handling model is based off of Sebastian Loeb Rally Evos, which is perhaps not so surprising, but there are a number of tweaks and enhancements to it, which should make for overall an improved experience. So again, you can see just how technical and tight some of these turns are. As we approach this sort of banked section here, we keep left, and you're about to see some a double chicane here, so braking. Very tricky turns here. I'm using the controller for this segment. I'll be testing on the wheel soon enough though. So that was a very quick look at a rally special stage. So if the rally special stages were not surprising enough, we have drift races also in Valentino Rossi the game. So we're driving the Ford Mustang from the dashboard cam, and you are awarded points for drifting around the bends, of course. As I approach the first one, just trying to get the hang of it at first. you know, with all these disciplines, I've just sort of played them for the first time, so it's going to take time to get better at them. But I do improve as the drift event goes on. So just getting the feel for the car. So just as before, you know, with the rally stuff, very surprising to see drift events in Valentino Rossi the game, which is essentially Moto GP 16. But you know, it's just you know, much like Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, there's plenty of content. If you don't like certain events, you know, you don't have to play them, of course. If you're getting bored of the main portion of the game, the Moto GP, you know, you can always sort of jump in here, do some drift events, do some rally special stages or some flat track, just to sort of keep the action fresh. So, you know, lots of different content, which is welcome. It's just up to you whether you decide to choose to play it or not. So again, a nice drift there. Look at that, 5,000 points. So we're getting the hang of it now, a little bit better, but we're going to move on anyway. So finally we have the Yamaha R1M races with a full grid of Yamahas here at the Misano World Circuit. So this mode is certainly not as much as a departure from traditional MotoGP racing, unlike the flat track and the rally segments, including the drift events there we've just seen. So this is a separate mode all of its own. So all the different disciplines that we've seen in this overview video, I will be making separate videos on each, so we can have a more detailed look at every event as I switch over to the first person viewpoint here, just to give you guys a look. So you can look forward to plenty more Valentino Rossi the game coverage to come. Hit the subscribe button if you're not yet a subscriber, and thanks for watching.